So we will
Back
be.
in my apartment.
What?
You guys looking good there. That looks cut off.
I can.
So you would
I can.
adjust
I
it.
can
You
like,
lean in a little.
Yeah.
We'll be cozy.
Say hello, boys.
Hello and welcome back to the Junior Nationals here at Broomstones Curling Club in Wayland, Massachusetts.
We could probably pick up the microphone.
Oh yeah. I'm here with Ben Clark. I'm Alex Leiter, and we are getting ready to broadcast Draw 5 of the Nationals, Team Alaska versus Team Colorado. Earlier, in the past draw, we watched Christensen and blank and Brecky. And it was a
Great game.
We had a very close game. A couple close games across the sheets, and Christensen ended up pulling out a pretty tough game. Made a nice last shot to win. And now we're just getting ready for the third draw of the day.
Going across the sheets, we have sheet 1. We have Fowler playing. How do you say that name?
Jenna Haig. So that is on the women's side. That is Alaska versus Wisconsin. On sheet 2, we have Colorado versus Alaska on the men's side,
Which is our featured game.
which is our featured sheet. On sheet 3, back on the women's side, we have Team Ely versus Team Anderson, which is a GNCC showdown between New York and Pennsylvania.
Always fun.
And on the final sheet, we have Michigan Team Schrader versus Lindgren Team North Dakota. So while we have time,
Quick
we
run
will
through our sponsors. Thank everyone. We really appreciate Dunkin' Donuts of Lexington providing our food, beverage, coffee, and supporting national events here at Broomstones. Whole Foods of Wayland, Route 20 in Wayland, provided a very nice lunch and dinner yesterday. Brooms Up Curling Supplies as well, big sponsor of the USCA and these national events. Thank you, everyone.
And I guess while we have time, we'll mention our other sponsors. We have the Boston Curling Club, the Great Lakes Curling Association, Olson Curling Supplies, and Broomstones Ladies Curling. So thank you to all our sponsors, and thank you to all of you for tuning in to watch the broadcast.
So this matchup we're focusing on today. I know the Kramer team is new here to nationals. This is first time we've had I know last night they were saying it's the first time we've had a Colorado team in many years. Alaska, I don't know so much about. My brother tells me that they're a wild card. He thinks they could really be a dark horse here.
It's a fairly young team. Ryan Floppo has been to many junior nationals with many teams, but most of his team is fairly new.
I believe they won their first game. Kramer did lose, although he was playing the high performance team.
Yes, he
so
ran up.
that's
tough
that's
first
a
game.
tough first draw. Yeah.
But you'll see that in these early draws a lot of times. I mean, the first draw is always the first seed against the 10 seed, and
So
that's a tough
look for Kramer, but he's got a chance to bounce back today against Floppo.
Yep. So we're looking forward to a great game. We'll keep you posted on all the games across all 4 sheets, and if any of you have any questions about curling, about the games, about a shot, about us, about what's going on behind us, anything, we'd love to answer your questions, and any feedback is great.
I guess they're having trouble hearing me. Sorry, guys.
We'll get Ben to talk louder,
or at least closer to the mic.
Yeah.
And really, yeah, if I'm going to be watching the chat, if you guys have questions, comments, criticisms, we'd love to hear them.
So we're getting close to the game, about 3 minutes before the game time. So we're just gonna hang out, and as you can see, some of the teams are already collecting on the ice.
It looks like yellow has Hammer across the board.
Yep. So Team Alaska will start with Hammer in our feature sheet. and Kramer will throw the first stone.
Looks like the official's talking. It's just about time to slide.
They might get that 1 minute for sliding, and then the clocks will start as we've talked about in other draws, but we might as well remind you. They use chess clocks in curling, so each team has 73 minutes from when they take control of the house to when their stone comes to rest. So each team alternates whose clock is running, and if you run out of time, you lose the game. The game is over. So
really?
time.
I thought you just forfeited the rest of your stones. No, you
Nope,
lose?
game is over.
Huh.
So time usually doesn't come into play, but every once in a while you will see teams who have to start playing a little bit quicker. But hopefully that doesn't come into play, because you never like to see time be a factor.
No, and I mean, teams practice that. As soon as they know they're playing in this sort of thing, they make sure you clear the house quickly. You have your stones ready. There's no reason you should run into time problems if you're playing promptly and calling stone. It's always in the house that you waste the time. You and your skip and your vice arguing. Just don't do it. Just make up your mind.
So it looks like we are about to get underway. First stone here being delivered by Spencer Culbertson of the Colorado team.
Looking like a guard. Maybe they're going to pull out the rings. Oh.
Looks like it's going to come up.
Nice close guard.
Come up as a tight guard. Good shot.
Yeah, definitely.
And here we go. Here's Ryan Flippo's lead, Brandon Hall, with the first stone for Alaska.
Are they trying to get behind there?
Looks like a come around. Yep. But it will just tick the guard, which is a good result early in the end. They rolled in, the red stone's in play, but now you can hit it. Takes the free guard zone rule out of play. Just to remind everyone, for the lead stones, you cannot take out any stones in front of the house. That is the free guard zone rule. Once it is in the house, though, it is fair game to be taken out.
Although they are not.
Nope. Looks like Colorado is putting up another guard.
Again, with two younger teams, they'll probably play a little more aggressive a game than we were seeing in the earlier games. Certainly looks like it so far.
Yep. They were going for the guard, but they just slipped a little bit deep. And Ryan Flippo is calling the hit for Brandon Hall.
So it's got a little down weight for that hit, I'd say. It's really coming up though. I'm gonna get it, but
may not push it all the way out.
No.
But it does.
But, okay.
It's a good shot. Splits. The two yellows ended up separated enough, so not a bad shot.
Again, I think. It doesn't look like Kramer wants to play a hit game with these guys.
No, he's definitely favoring an aggressive game, totally ignoring those two counting stones in the side of the house.
I'm trying to pull one in behind, although I don't know if I mean, certainly not a bad shot, but we've got a lot of curl out there, but I don't think enough to really tuck anything behind there.
So that's another center guard. And Ryan's going to call the hit and roll behind. Oliver Halverson is the second for Team Alaska. Looks like he's a little bit outside on this stone.
He's going to get it, but he's going to lose the shooter.
Will roll out instead of the roll in that he was intended to get, but it gets rid of the red stone.
Okay. Now Kramer's going to take that one.
Yeah,
see if he can roll it under.
I was wondering if he would continue to go very aggressive and
it could also be
throw another draw.
Again, I don't know much about the team, but
could be a position.
It might be. Yeah, he might not have felt great about the lead throwing that takeout. What's he gonna get here?
He's got one of them. Oh,
no, just barely.
Just ticks it over. Actually splits the house a little bit for Floppo. And Ryan is calling a shot right behind the center guard.
Floppo played with Atticus Wallace, right?
Yeah, and Matt Berkeley.
Right.
Yep.
Right, Matt Berkeley. So he's been here for quite a while.
Yeah, Ryan has played front end for that team for several years. He skipped a team of his own last year.
Okay.
And is back again. I played with Ryan this summer in Fort Wayne, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So they got about a half berry behind the center guard, and it looks like Kramer is trying to come down and freeze to the yellow Alaska stone.
Looks awfully light to me.
It does look light, yes. They're sweeping hard. It looks like it might come up just short, though.
Yeah, they're got a guard there, but right now they want to sweep it to pull it out of the way. And they mostly did that. But Floppo's going to pull another one in.
Quinn Evanson here with the draw to the top 8.
You got a lot of room right now. Floppo's trying to keep him off it.
A little bit of a tap, but still in a pretty good position.
There's a double there, but with all these yellows in play, I don't know how much good it really does them, even if they can make it.
So they are calling the draw around the stone in the top 8 foot. This is going to take a lot of finish on this stone.
A lot of finish, and even if he gets it, there's a fairly easy run back.
This may end up over curling and end up sort of frozen to those top 2 stones.
Which actually might not be a bad result for them here. Yeah, they're not getting that behind.
No, but
again, they might get the freeze that you were talking about. They're getting a little bump,
weight,
I think.
The weight is there, so they should cut down at least 2 of the stones. And even
roll under.
flopping over is not bad. So now that stone cuts Alaska down to only 2. And Ryan is asking for another stone frozen to his stone in the top 4.
And it becomes a little narrow and takes that red out into the open. He's indicated that's an option as well.
Exactly. Everson's second shot. So as Terry Olson reminds us, Ryan also competed in the mixed doubles nationals this year in Bismarck.
Did you make that trip, Alex?
I did not. No, just we.
I know you did well at the mixed nationals here. So.
Yep. Took a year off. Maybe sometime in the next few years I'll give it another shot. It's a fun game. It's
very different.
Definitely
very
lot different than any other curling you'll ever do, because every end is a real battle for the forfeit, no matter what you do. With the extended free guard zone or free takeout zone rule that they have, it creates a very different strategy and a very aggressive game.
Coming
So here's
really
Kramer.
warm at this. He's gonna get a double here, but
good double. But he is leaves Alaska still sitting shot, but pretty good shot. Takes away some of the big end potential that Alaska had here.
Yeah, there's only 2 yellows in play now. And how many is there other yellow?
It looks like red is sitting second and third shot.
Yeah, that's what I thought. In which case, yeah, there's the Floppo's only going to get 2, maybe 3 out of this.
So I think
which,
Ryan,
given the way it was looking,
yeah, exactly.
It's a good result for.
It's a good double.
For Kramer, definitely.
Ryan is looking to freeze to his own stone in the forefoot again. Really lock into.
On that right away.
Looks
like it might be
light,
a little,
yeah.
Might have hung on to that one a little.
They're dragging it far.
Yeah.
It still comes up a little bit short.
Kramer's going to see if he can pull one in on the other side there. Not a lot of room, but there's a chance to get a counter here.
I think he may have to bump the yellow a little bit to get shot.
Well, he's coming around that side. Is he going to get all the way over to that yellow?
Maybe not. But if he puts this top 4, it makes it very hard for Floppo to take 2.
Oh yeah.
And a force is good, especially the way this end started.
And if he can get, how close is that yellow to the middle? I feel like if he gets a piece of the button out there.
Biting.
Oh really?
It's biting a piece of the button.
Okay, so it's going to be tough to outcount from where they are.
This is more of a 4 stone. He indicated that he was a little bit wide here, and it looks like it's hanging.
So they're going to need a whole lot of curl to have this.
Just not seeming to catch that curl. It got a little bit outside.
And they're a little heavy too,
yep.
So it's not going to come back. All right, so Kramer Floppo gets a chance to pull another one in.
Yep. Same shot he just threw, just probably give a little bit more ice because it doesn't need reason to be too close to the guards.
Doesn't need cover now. Oh yeah.
So Ryan's final shot is away. Line is good.
They are sweeping hard for weight.
Needs to bite a piece of the forefoot.
I think they got it though. Sweeping to make sure, but
he's got it. Great shot. And that is 2 for yellow.
All right, so again, Kramer was probably pretty fortunate to get out of there with only giving up 2, the way the end started.
Yeah, he made a nice double with his first shot.
Oh yes,
to really cut down the end. And then Ryan made a great shot with his last.
As soon as we see scores from the other sheets, we will pass those on to you.
On sheet 1, Wisconsin took 1 against Alaska, so it's yellow 1, red 0. On sheet 3, Hannah Ely and her New York rink took 1 against Pennsylvania, a steal of 1. So it is red 1, yellow 0 on sheet 3.
Looks like Floppo's going to put this on.
They're trying to get it on, but it might come up short.
I think they can get there.
They are
yeah.
pounding it.
Oh yeah.
Great sweep.
Some strong sweepers.
Yeah. Colorado team looks like they're trying to put up a corner guard.
Oh, and we have a score for sheet 4. Lindgren with a steal of 2 from Schroeder.
So you can see the scores up on the screen. A lot of close games so far. Lindgren's steal of 2 in the first on sheet 4 is probably the biggest surprise. Just first end steal of 2 is not all that common. Nice shot here for Alaska. A little bit of a split,
which
they could
not so much expecting without the hammer, but
it leaves Colorado something to maybe freeze to or play on to.
Yeah. It's looking pretty heavy.
Yeah, that's going through, unfortunately, for Colorado. As Ben just mentioned, there's a lot of patches on Ryan Flippo's arm.
You can tell he's a veteran.
Looks like six patches, so this is his 6th nationals. As we talked about before, he's been playing out of Alaska for a while and played with Atticus Wallace, Matt Berkland.
Great team to play. I always loved playing that team.
They went for the peel and rolled a little bit to the center, but left a guard.
Kramer's looking to hit and roll here, I think. He's coming to the left side, though.
Just kisses it, but ends up going past. So Ryan is looking to get another stone in the house here. think it's going to come a little deeper than they were hoping for. Just back of T line. Leave something for
makes Kramer's decision easy, but
just try to freeze right down to that yellow stone in the back four.
absolutely. Sticking with pretty aggressive calling.
That one's a little bit out there, but they got to make sure they get it in the house.
At least putting it up front there. There's a couple opportunities to jam.
Yep. Looks like Ryan's not even going to worry about it. Just put another stone in the 8-foot.
Kramer can use that, though.
Line's good here. And a good shot.
Another good shot.
Kramer has pretty much the same shot he just threw. Try to freeze into that pocket, but or he may come around the other side. Nathan Perry shooting for Team Colorado.
Taking, but looks like he might have flipped this one in.
It's got hit weight, so he should be. He is by. It's just a matter of which stone he's going to hit, and if he'll stick around. Makes the takeout.
Floppo's just going to come in
but
again now.
Leaves Alaska sitting 3 still, and they're going to try to put in a 4th one. Stone needs to curl, but
pushing that red back.
It's coming really hard at the end.
Yeah, that direction's been curling more.
It's a good shot. Top 4. Definitely puts Kramer in a little bit of trouble here. There's a couple chances for a double. Maybe even a triple.
Looks like they're trying to throw.
If he hits on the right side of nose here, there is a possibility for a triple.
On our right?
Yeah, a little bit on the right. If he goes out, crosses the face on the backstone and then rolls over to the.
Oh, so he's hitting the left stone.
Looks
first.
A little bit light here and might end up just crashing the guard.
Yeah. Again, with the hammer, that's not the worst outcome, but there's still a whole lot of yellow in that house.
Gotta find a way into the 4-foot right now.
Looking to tuck another one into top 8 or top 4. From what they were indicating earlier, I think they might be trying to get in the way of any run back on that front red.
Yep. Using that front red's a little bit tough because of the way that the stones in the 4-foot are stacked.
Right. But I mean, moving it back anywhere takes away at least one or two.
On sheet 1, the Team Alaska versus Team Wisconsin on the women's side. Alaska is sitting 1 on the 4-foot, but Wisconsin is sitting 2, 3, 4, and 5. So they do just have to keep that stone in the 4-foot protected.
It's a hard stone to move over there.
Has a
they
lot
got
of
something right behind it, but.
So here's Preston Kramer with his first shot. It looks like he's going to try to blast the pile of yellows. We'll see how many he can get out. Should be. There's definitely a lot of chances for a double.
Yeah, hard to get more than that, I'd say.
The problem, even if he does make the double, he'll probably leave yellow sitting 3. It's a lot. There's a lot of yellow.
There's probably not any more than a double now. Trying to find a way to see 3 there, and I don't think there is. It's throwing an awful lot of weight.
Looks like he's gonna get some sort of a double here. Oh, just doesn't push that far enough, and Alaska is still sitting 4.
Floppo is going to just pull another one in. Elsewhere, Team Ely is set up pretty nicely to steal again. And Team Lindgren has a takeout to be sitting 4.
Here's Floppo's final stone. Looks like it's coming into the top house.
Yeah, they're going to pull that one in. Or maybe give their top little bump.
They are pounding this.
That's a nice
and
shot.
They are sitting 5, all biting the 4-foot.
And yeah, there's not much for Kramer to do here. They had that run back, but that last stone by Floppo shut that right down. So looks like they're playing a roll off their own.
Yeah, a little in off here. Try to hit off their own and roll into the button. Definitely space there. He needs to hit about 3/4 of the, or about a third of the stone and roll in, maybe a little bit less. This is definitely a tough shot, especially given that he's throwing against 5. No, shoot. Okay. I thought you were. And he just doesn't get the roll in and gives up 5 yellow. So that makes the score on sheet 2 7-0 Alaska.
Yeah.
So we're gonna switch over to sheet 4 right now, which is Lindgren versus Schrader, and it's Michigan versus North Dakota.
North Dakota is currently sitting 4, and putting a 5th up there right now, and then Schroeder is going to have to draw against 4 or 5. Already down 2.
Again, North Dakota is red and Michigan is yellow here.
right, North Dakota is going to put another one on. And then here.
Trying to pull that in, maybe to the forefoot. Good shot.
Yeah.
Probably almost fully buried.
This is a tough shot for Schroeder.
Yeah, Team Michigan here needs a good shot just to cut down to one.
Yeah. That's a really hard shot coming that way.
Yeah. Yeah,
I might come the other way just for the better chance of cutting down.
If you can come through that port, this is the shot for the one. But there's no easy shot here.
It's real hard. Yeah, they can keep him to a steal of 2 without too much difficulty.
Biting the forefoot.
Right. But cutting him to 1 or even taking 1 is going to be really difficult.
So
they're on
the
it
stone
right
is away.
They're
the line looks pretty good, but they need the weight. They're still pounding.
They're on it for weight. Gotta pull it. Oh wow!
Comes
that
up
really,
short.
Really pulled up, and that's a 5 for North Dakota.
Yep. So that makes the score on sheet 4 also 7-0. Unfortunately for Team Michigan. So a couple score updates on sheet 1. Alaska took 1 in the second end, so now the score is 1-1 in the Alaska-Wisconsin women's game. On sheet 3, the New York-Pennsylvania game.
Ely again.
Yep, Ely stole another point, so it is 2-0 New York. And then
jumping back to our featured game.
Okay.
Kramer's got a counter in there, but it looks like Floppo's about to clear that out. And if they can get that and stay, they'll be sitting 3. A lot of Yellowstones in play again.
I mean, it happens. Yeah.
That's for sure.
How's it doing down
Alaska playing the hit. It looks like it's going to
wow.
just get
that stuck to the line, really.
Oh. Okay. Well, he got a stone out, but it was his own stone. So now leave it. He ticked the red over, but the red is still stuck on the side 12.
Probably number 2 stone.
Yep, looks like it is the second counter. Gives Kramer a chance here. He's gonna try to come around that corner and set up an end for maybe a deuce or even more.
Another lefty. I've just been saying, I've never played with a lefty. I've seen 2 today.
You've never played with Ryan Halsey?
Yeah.
Is
Ryan Halsey is a lefty.
I wish that last time would have worked out a little better.
Things I never paid attention to.
Ryan Halsey has been playing with our men's team in league this year. Ben has obviously been focused. So Alaska's going to go for the double peel. Just try to open it up. With the large lead, they will probably play a very conservative strategy from here on out. Just keep everything clean.
And of course, conservative strategy does mean a lot of takeouts, despite.
But that is not what he was looking for.
Putting another stone on for Kramer.
If Kramer can bury a stone here, they're really setting up a chance for a fairly big end.
Yeah, they're really not willing to hit with Floppo at all. Because
I like this shot either way,
you
though.
think?
Yeah,
you don't,
save
you don't
that.
like clearing that back one?
Save that for later. Right now, it doesn't hurt you. You don't need to get rid of that until your skip's last stone, honestly. Just take advantage of that guard. Especially given the score. Stephen Dropkin says, yeah.
Thank you.
I've been overruled by a national champion, so.
The Alaska shot looks like they're sweeping hard. Just hold it. Good sweep, but it does jam. Another tough miss for Alaska. Kramer, another chance for Kramer to bury one behind this corner. And I believe he's sitting 1, 2, and 4 here, so he could lay 3 and have potentially set up a hit for even more later on in the end.
I'm sure Floppo will keep hitting, but Kramer does have a chance for a pretty good end.
So we have a comment from someone from the arena that the Colorado team plays at, saying that the Zamboni runs make it pretty tough to hit at their club, which can
Makes
imagine.
sense,
That's one of the things I haven't done a lot of, is played on arena ice.
I've never played arena ice.
Yeah, it's akin to a roller coaster.
Yeah, I've definitely heard some stories.
Ice is 6 feet outside the and not getting to the tee line, the center line.
Yep, definitely using a Zamboni is not preferable over a scraper. Hockey ice is not very flat.
Especially after AAA team play.
And now we have a hit here for Team Alaska. It's curling pretty hard, but he might have the
Looks like
double.
they're going to get the double. Well, it's going to roll right past. There you go.
Gets the
It's got a
double.
little draw there.
Looked like it might jam, but ends up being a great shot. Nathan Perry here looking to try to hit that yellow stone and roll behind the guard.
Really got to hold that.
Just
Got
sneak it
past,
by.
They're
Is
set
it
up
gonna
for the
stick?
jam.
Oh, it jams,
wow.
but then jams again.
Good jam. That's a good jam.
So, unfortunately, they don't stick around, and I think
Looks like
Flippo may.
Flippo's just going to clear.
Flippo's sitting 1. I don't see a reason not to just hit this one out. Sit 2. And that is the call.
They're both Atticus and Matt are looking at playing with, and so is the other Berkeley. Can you then just roll through big?
So Ryan hits and rolls out. The rollout isn't too bad there. Just makes it so there's nothing in the back for Colorado to sit on. But no matter what Ryan did, Colorado was going to try to draw around this corner guard.
Is
This is Kramer's first shot. So Preston Kramer here with his first shot, trying to draw around the corner guard, potentially set up a skips deuce.
It's not getting much curl here.
Definitely looks a bit heavy too.
It's coming now, but you're right. It's carrying a lot.
Looks like they're going to be able to drag that through.
Oh, and there's Atticus now in chat. Good to hear from you, Atticus.
Atticus has joined us. As someone mentioned, he is now in Seattle.
So Bill's going to put one in, looks like. Again, playing. Made Kramer make a shot.
Left the ice like it did. Zamboni after
Good shot by Ryan. Leaves it top 12. Looks like he'll probably force Kramer to draw for his single point here. It's got to be full 8 foot for a shot stone. Stone is on its way. Needs to curl.
There, it looks like
He
they're
might
playing a bump instead.
but it's
They have it as long as their weights.
might have just over curled too for the bump.
I think they got it. Maybe. It's pretty close.
I think it was one red.
I think so.
So I don't know if that was necessarily a called shot, but it worked out, and Kramer was able to take his one. So we go to the fourth end, and the score is Alaska 7, Michigan 1. Couple score updates on sheet 1. Wisconsin took 3, so they take a 4-1 lead over Alaska. On sheet 3, Pennsylvania took 2 to tie up the game with Team New York. And on sheet 4, we're still waiting for the end of the third end.
It's looking like a blank right now. So
Michigan has a shot for the blank. Is this Hammer?
Yeah, hammer shot coming out right now. And yes, the way we're handling it this week, we choose one game to feature each draw, sheets 2 or 3, because they have the best angles for us, and we try to cover other games as we can when there's an interesting shot going on, but we try to focus on the one sheet, and we try to get everyone in a couple featured games all week. So
7-0.
They haven't updated for the third end yet.
7-0.
it's gonna be 7-1. It's 7-1 now, but
2-1.
It's 7-1. So another update. North Dakota on sheet 4 just took 1 So that game is now 8-0 on sheet 4.
Eight,
Okay, good. Okay, awesome.
Corbett's.
A lot of former juniors on the chat joining in. Great to see everyone still watching the juniors.
Yeah, nice to see everybody chiming in.
If you guys have any questions or any shout outs you want us to make, let us know.
I like people checking in from work too. I know I'll be doing it all week.
So we have a question on who the commentators are. So it is myself, Alex Leichter, with Ben Clark here, bringing you all the action. Ben has been here since 8 this morning. I only started it at 12, but we get a lot of talking in. So please let us know if you have anything you want to hear about, or
We're not the most talkative guys in the world, so we welcome conversation if you want to join in. Yes, definitely give a shout out to Monica for that opening ceremony. I missed it myself, but I heard it was great.
it was very impressive, and tons of people here to watch. So it was really great to see. A lot of families and a lot of people out here, local club members, and just a lot of people coming out to watch and support everyone.
Love to see all the juniors chiming in here. So we got Donald McIntosh now, another national competitor.
Donald is the best fifth I have ever had.
Yes, Cameron Ross as well. He's competing this weekend. Saw him playing a little earlier. Playing in that our featured game earlier. He played a great lead for Team Myers.
So here, Team Colorado has looks like a draw to sit 2. They might be throwing a guard 2. Trying to set up to hopefully steal 1 or 2 here.
Looks like the Hay rink from Wisconsin took a 3 in the third end, now leading 4-1.
That is in their game with Team Alaska on the women's side. I know it's hard to keep track of all the games when you can't see them. We have a great view of all 4 sheets, but I realize that you don't get to share our view. That being said, there are some amazing camera angles out here. The broadcasting team did a really, really great job. There are a total of 16 cameras out in the ice house. 12 of them are being used for the webcast. Really, really impressive amount of work that has gone into this. Randy Bobak is controlling the cameras and keeping all the scores updated for you, and Amy is on the chat, and she's doing a great job answering many of your questions and providing updates as well. Still supporting Donald for the best fifth competition.
Yes, thank you to Dan Naylor.
Oh wait, yeah.
For,
Yes. Yes.
Trust me. Thank you to Dan.
And Dan Naylor too. There was I'm sure there I would be great. Actually, we can ask Randy for a list of people to thank because there's a lot of work that went into this. Dan Grady, Dan Naylor, Jim Fitzgerald. Oh, are we? I guess we're back on the screen. Andy Willis.
Gotta warn us before you do that, Randy.
Half the club at one point or another was involved trying to get the scissor lift in here.
Yeah, right. We had to bring a scissor lift in to get all the cameras on the ceiling. Before the whole project was started, we only had one camera on each, only on the four far ends, and now we have a camera on the home and the far end of every single house. We have four cameras on the back wall, and two cameras on the near wall, and two cameras up right above us, and then actually another camera that looks at us.
And that Randy turns on without warning us.
Randy just decides that we need to be awkwardly shown.
Oh, hey, we got someone checking in from Fairbanks, Alaska.
Yes, the senior nationals are there right now, and we'll be finishing up today. Is it? Oh.
In Fairbanks now? Starball?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's from DD, Terry. One of our wonderful sponsors. We wouldn't drink anything else up here.
Yeah, Dunkin' Donuts of Lexington has provided coffee for Broomstones for many years.
Floppo pulling another stone in the house here.
Good position here.
Yeah. It's not counting, but it's going to make it awful tough for Kramer to get in there.
Kramer's trying to draw to the button here, try to get buried. If he does get a half bury, it could be pretty tough to get it, because where Floppo's stone ended up takes away his tap a little bit, because it just got a half bury there. I didn't know that would happen.
Oh, do you want to move over there?
I was just going to put it, because I have enough.
There we go.
Sorry, I'm trying to move some equipment.
All right. Get the booth all set up.
Actually, I could just do this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we had a Mexican guy.
So ends up a little bit deep for Kramer, and I think Floppo's going to try to draw another one into the 4-foot. The one thing he has to watch for is not to leave a double here. On sheet 3 in the New York-Pennsylvania game, Emily Walker of Team New York is throwing a hit against 3 in the house for Pennsylvania. She's trying to hit and flop over.
Going plenty of weight.
Maybe even make some sort of a double. Emily ended up hitting it a little bit thin. Still got one stone out, but rolled out. So Flippo put his stone very nicely in the top 4. And it looks like Kramer is going to try to get rid of one of those stones, but don't think it's going to be possible for him to be shot after this. So Ryan will have a shot for 2 after this shot.
And yes, so those of you who are looking for the results of Emily's shot on 3, she did get one yellow stone out, move the other one, but the yellow is still sitting 2, and they are now pulling the 3rd stone in towards the 4-foot. Oh, unfortunate.
Crash for Kramer there. So he's got, looks like Ryan's going to just throw the draw for his 3. There's a tap maybe for 4, but all you need is 3 here.
Especially up by 6 already.
Play it safe. Get your 3.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you miss that shot, and you might take yourself down to 3
Maybe
to
just
2.
1.
Yeah, to 1 would be hard, but right. Well,
just chip out.
Yeah, okay. You could definitely cut yourself down, and there's no reason to do it when you have an easy draw for 3.
Definitely.
Risk reward.
Stone's coming down. The sweepers are really working on it. Third jumps out.
Slam that to pull that.
They got it though.
Oh yeah.
Great
Put
sweep.
it right in there.
Team Alaska has some very strong sweepers.
Yes, you can tell. They're
good shot for 3.
okay, and yeah, if we can jump to 3, Emily now has a draw against 3.
Yeah, we're going to shift you over.
Home end. Well, no, just for this final shot. So we're trying to jump the camera over there, but on sheet 3, Emily Walker has a draw against 3 to try to get her 1. It's curling hard.
We got it.
But it's also a little heavy.
A little
ticks
rub.
And spins.
That's 3 yellow.
Yeah. Tough miss there for Team New York.
Yeah, couldn't quite hold it around there. They had the backing if they could have gotten it around, but just a little heavy and an unfortunate angle on that hit.
So that will make it 5-2 Team Pennsylvania over Team New York. Uh, 10 to 1. It's before the 5th. Teams very rarely quit before 5.
We'll get you score updates as soon as we have them from the other sheets. We don't have anything.
No. What's 3?
3 is 2 to 5. Yellow. So another score was just hung on sheet 4. North Dakota took another single point, and now leads Michigan 9-0.
And Haig stole 4 to lead 8-1.
Yep.
What is
1 to 8. 8 to 1.
No, there were 2 big steals.
Yep. Yeah, Floppo. So Floppo is sitting 2 in the 4-foot. Kramer is
looking to take out.
Looks a little light.
I'd like to move both of those, and he's got to hold it. I don't think he's going to be able to.
No.
You can tell it's their first nationals, but it's always nice to get that experience here, even if you struggle a little bit.
My first nationals, I came out and went 0-9, so
you
I've been
go.
there.
My first national, I only played in one, and Nate carried us. Nate Clark, my brother, and a much better curler than that.
That year, Nate and Ben won the GNCC championship.
In dubious circumstances.
But with a couple very, very impressive wins, especially in the final.
Floppo looking to put another one in the house, looks like. Trying not to set that up anymore, but
yeah, if he freezes this on, it could really put Kramer in trouble.
this is even a little better.
Good shot, sitting 3 in the 4-foot. Kramer's got to try to start bumping those back or getting rid of a couple of them. Looks like he's calling for back 8 weight, a little bit of a tap.
It's a tough shot.
There's the shot from Alec Kalicki. It's hanging out there a little bit. And looks like it's just going to go to the back 12, back 8, back 12. And I think Ryan's just going to keep piling stones in that 4-foot. At this point, he's making it pretty impossible to get rid of all of these. Going really hard on this one.
Yeah, trying to get another counter.
Again, as we keep saying, this Team Alaska has very strong sweeping. So it looks like Team Kramer is going to try to come around the right side here. Nathan Perry. Again, looks like it's just going to hang out a little bit too far.
I think this transition for Team Kramer from the arena ice to the ice here is really looking tough.
Oh, Saliki. Okay, thank you for the correction. We have an incorrect
Yeah, we
phonetical
tried to
guide.
get phonetic guides to these names, and they seem to be off.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just got that from
Yeah.
the internet, but
We appreciate any corrections. Definitely help. I know it's no fun to have your last name mispronounced. Ben Clark knows lots about that.
I've been doing it all day.
He has never had his name mispronounced.
What's so hard about Clark?
That's my point.
Good. Mr. Lecter. Lechter.
Your name is very complicated. So on sheet 3 in the New York Pennsylvania game, Hannah Ely is trying to draw to the forefoot against one Yellowstone, and it looks like she's going to make it really nicely. Draws right down to the button. So now red is sitting 1. Pennsylvania has a tap back, and then they will be sitting 2. We're still in Vice's stones here. I guess third stones. The New York team has a little bit of an unconventional lineup with Hannah Ely in the house and Emily Walker throwing last stones.
And on our featured sheet here, we saw the Kramer team pull a stone in the house, cutting the Floppo team down by 1. They're still Floppo's just going to guard and be happy with 3, but
Great shot by Team Pennsylvania on sheet 3. They just made a hit on the stone that Hannah Ely put in the forefoot, and now Pennsylvania lies 2 top 4 with backing. So now as you can see, we have the camera split between the 2 sheets, so we can talk to you a little bit about sheet 3 as well.
no, not yet.
Oh, not yet. Oh, okay.
we will soon.
Never mind. We will soon.
Just follow the song 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
And it looks like Kramer's going to try to run back the red, just hit the red stone on the left side into the pile of yellows.
Probably not going to get them.
May be able to get rid of 2, but that would be best case. And it doesn't. There's really no way in this house that red is going to be able to take any.
So yeah, any more that can cut them down would be the most they can hope for here. He's got the weight. He's
Throwing
just got to
plenty of
make
weight.
sure it'll.
That's got to curl. It's got to curl.
He's gonna get a piece, I think. No.
And it just goes by, so that'll be 3 for Flippo. Nope, sorry. 2, I'm jumping the gun there. Flippo has another stone, so he'll probably just guard this pile again.
Looks like he's gonna try to guard that shot that Kramer just tried to throw.
Yeah. Can we just go to the shot where it's showing both of those sheets? Which ones? 3 and 4, that split that fish. I guess it's not a great shot either, but then.
Well, that's a sheet of 2 and 3. You want 3 and 4?
No, 2 and 3, that's what I meant. 3 and 2 and 3. Okay.
So over on sheet 3, do you mind? Yeah, can you switch to that one? So over on sheet 3,
Pennsylvania
Sarah Anderson is looking for a hit and roll in.
Looks like
it's over curling and made jam, and it does. So that leaves red as second shot, and Anderson still has the first counter in the top 4. So
it's really hard for Emily to get at that one.
Yeah, I think this is the plan for Team Ely is going to have to be just to put another stone in the 4-foot and try to get a skip's deuce here. It's going to be tough to move that yellow stone.
Yeah.
Sure. So this is Flippo's final shot on sheet 2, and he's looking to take another one into the 4-foot here.
Got it around.
No
but
mercy.
It's a little warm, I think. So look at that.
So he's sitting another. So he's now sitting 4 there, but he did give Kramer an opening because he gave him something to sit on. So Emily Walker Stone she was calling for the draw to the 4, and it overcurled and crashed. So the stone that is now just on the left side of the center line, that red stone, that is the stone that Emily Walker just threw. She was hoping to get to the top 4, but it did overcurl. So as you can see, yellow is sitting 1 in the top 4, and Sarah Anderson is now calling for a draw to the side of the 4-foot to sit 2 behind that red guard. On sheet 2,
Kramer's throwing his hammer, trying to draw down, as you suggested. They're pretty far outside, and it looks like they think it's heavy. So
yeah, it looks like again
they
just sort of got stuck on the outside, and I think it's going to be 4 for yellow going into the 5th end break.
Other scores going in the 5th. The shorter team picked up a point, so it's now 9-1 on sheet 4.
That's Michigan versus North Dakota. So we're looking at sheet 3 on the cameras, and Sarah Anderson's shot is away. Looks like it might be a little bit heavy.
But
actually, might be really nice.
I think it's real nice.
It's curling it, finishing nicely. But we'll sit on that back red stone. That really finished hard.
Yes, it did. I feel like that's got to be the line that maybe they're going to throw a hit at it.
So yet for Emily Walker's hammerstone for Team New York. Looks like Hannah Ely. Hit and stick for the 1.
I mean, following that stone would be real hard.
Yeah, I don't know if you can plan on that kind of curl that Sarah just got.
And they did just skinny that guard.
Yeah.
But this is not an easy shot either.
No, there's no easy shot for Team New York. Throwing pretty good weight here, but it does need to curl.
I think I think they have it. You got to hold it to nose though.
Oh. And it rolls out, and that looks like it's going to be 3. 3, because they took that shot, ended up taking out the red stone and rolling out for another 3 for yellow, moving the score in the Pennsylvania-New York game to 8-2 Pennsylvania going into the 5th end break.
So heading into our 5th end break, we just want to thank our sponsors once again, Dunkin' Donuts of Lexington, keeping us all caffeinated up here, providing food, beverage, and coffee, and supporting these national events here at Broomstones. Whole Foods of Wayland, Route 20 in Wayland, provided a great lunch and dinner for the participants yesterday. Thank you very much. And Brooms Up Curling Supplies, sponsoring the USCA and these national events. Thank you all so much.
So we're going to take a break with the 5th end break, as all the sheets are taking this break. So we will join you on the other side.
back from the fifth end break. We're going to be switching over to focus on sheet 3, the closer game between Ely and Anderson.
So as you saw right before the break, Emily Walker had a tough shot that ended up just rolling out to give up 3 and leaving us with a score of 8-2 Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is throwing the yellow stones and New York is throwing the red stones. So Becky Van Arsdal is looking to put up a guard here. Try to put the corner guard in, set up a chance for a crooked number this end.
They do need a crooked number because that last 3 has put them in quite a hole.
Definitely a turnaround here, because in the first 2 ends, Ely stole 1 in each of the first 2 ends. Then Anderson finally got on the board in the third with a deuce.
And it's stolen 3 twice since then.
Exactly. So a very large change of momentum here.
Wow. It's a close game.
Taylor Anderson is going for the peel here. Just misses catching the back one.
That back up.
Abby Morrison here, throwing the guard. Do you know the names? No, I'll just use the names. I'll let you. Also, it's actually Abby's playing, not late.
Right. I did notice that.
Taylor Anderson going for the peel again. And she sticks around as a center guard. That will give Ely a chance to come into the top 4 and start to get some offense going. Ely is a strong team, especially, and they're especially conservative, and they're a strong hitting team,
right.
Especially on the women's side. But here they're
this is a tough situation for them to be in because they need the more aggressive game.
Abby Morrison trying to come around. They're really pounding it.
They might get it by. Awfully close.
Just crashes, but they will get a biter.
Anderson's bound to clear that right out, though.
Kathleen Duberstein here, throwing a hit.
It is. Yeah.
I think you're right. They do make the hit, but roll out. So now Hannah
Take another shot at that draw.
Hannah throwing the third stones and calling the game. Weight looks pretty close.
And they got room this time, so they're gonna take it easy and see if they can bury.
They should. Looks like they
Probably
should finish
should
it now.
pull it right up on that yellow if they can. That's kind of in between where it's neither buried nor frozen.
Yeah, I think they could have tried to finish that a little bit more.
Yeah, for one or the other. Line or weight.
Now, Kathleen Duberstein will be throwing another hit. They do have to worry about the jam.
Throwing plenty of weight. I'm gonna try to hold it to the outside.
It's plenty out there.
It's holding to the outside on its own. It's true.
Just goes right by. So a chance, definitely an opening for Ely here.
And on the other sheets, looks like Lindgren and Schroeder decided to shake after the fifth. So that's a 9-1 final.
Flippo on sheet 2 has continued to keep it clean against Colorado. And Jenna Haig has also managed to keep a very open house against the Alaska girls.
Feeling secure in those 10-plus point leads.
Yep. Hannah Ely here is trying to draw to the forefoot, maybe even draw down to the back yellow.
Really
looks like she's light though. Line looks
weight's
good.
All right, I think. Okay. Well, then looks like a pretty nice shot.
Yeah, it looks like everything's pretty good.
Gonna come right down on that yellow.
Bring that back.
It's a nice
good shot.
That's a nice shot.
Leaves them sitting 2 here.
And there is a double there. But not real easy.
No, it looks like it's just a hair off nose.
Yeah, they could.
One update on sheet 2, handshakes. Alaska has the victory over Team Colorado.
Looks like a 15-1 final.
Here's Sarah Anderson's double attempt.
Looks like it's pretty far outside. They can move both of them, but They are going to jam.
Jam, but they do.
They leave that open for shot for 3 for
Yep.
for the Ely rink. Or no, there's still
Yep,
2
so
more stones, but
Emily Walker's first stone, but they have a chance to hit and
Yeah.
sit 3, and a three makes this a game again.
absolutely. And since it's our only game left,
Yeah. So another final. Team Wisconsin defeats Team Alaska. I believe the final score was 12-1, Wisconsin. So now the Pennsylvania-New York game is the final game on the ice.
and as was discussed yesterday, this the fact that they're the only game still out here will start to affect their ice. The temperature in the ice house will drop, and ice will slow down a little bit.
Yep. Tough rollout there for Emily Walker. Had the hit to sit 3, and unfortunately it just hung out a little bit and rolled out. So now Sarah has a chance to hit and stick and force Ely to only take 2. New York did start the game with 2 steals, so they have shown the ability to create offense without the hammer.
And they're going to have to do that if they're going to stay in this game.
Yes, it is. Top.
Oh, it is.
Top of the page.
Oh. So there was a question what seed the Anderson team is, and we believe the Anderson team is seeded 6th. Yes, and Ely is seeded 4th.
Another tough miss for Emily.
Yeah, another hit and stick for 2 chance, and they only get 1, and that's a
rough
tough turn there.
Now they have to play without the hammer.
So the score through 6 ends is 8-3, Pennsylvania over New York, and Pennsylvania has the hammer.
The ice was fantastic everywhere we went. We went to four places in Rome. 3 clubs that have been there for 120 years. Like Victoria did 125-year thing, like in the ice or in the glass.
Yeah, so another question about seeding. The top 2 seeds are both of the high-performance teams this year, which are Corey Dropkin's rink on the men's side and Miranda Solom's team on the women's side.
Fast and swingy at times, or not swingy, but fast. Going to those clubs and seeing like all the men, like really shoulders, like Johnny, other guys before.
Let's try this offside.
Yeah, I want to be involved. The thing is, like, the sign-up sheet came out, like,
Yeah.
while I was up there, so I would love to have been color slash play-by-play.
Yeah, we're sitting now.
I mean, I think there's still some
color now, right?
So, I mean, whenever somebody needs somebody or wants somebody to switch in,
there's a Google Doc, and I think there's
yeah,
still.
I mean, but I'm not going to replace somebody else's
Well,
name.
no, I think that there's are there more gaps still.
There are gaps, but, like, I haven't worked in
Oh,
today.
Yeah, 8 a.m. is wide open.
8 a.m. is actually, I think, all filled up. I think it's noon and 4 o'clock that are done. I can try and still fill up the room at 4 o'clock, but I just took a week off from work. I'll be here probably for all the night draws, so if somebody needs one.
So Ely puts up the center guard.
And the Anderson rink's going to the outside. A little heavy.
Little heavy, yep. Through's not the end of the world there, but it does give Ely the chance to make the come around. Becky Van Arsdal is throwing the come around here, trying to get it like top 8, top 4.
That's a good place to use the other voices. Somebody who's watching the other game which comes in with.
Right, so you have the color and play-by-play focusing on one, and then you have the other guy trying to say like,
Right.
well,
One of the cover, we did this last night.
so you see like in the Kramer Floppo game.
The other thing that I would love to see change, but I don't know if they're going to change, but we're going to make it a point of emphasizing this state individual.
Right, so you have to have that list
Families,
open.
right, families are.
Or write it down like Alaska was.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they want
then having a list of them
everybody
to
wants
read out the book.
everybody wants their cousin or their grandchild to make sure you find the name. They also that for sure.
This is a nice set though. I mean,
So Abby Soslovich makes the hit, rolls out, but still a good shot.
and
And
I really like the setup actually up here.
Keeping it clean, which
Yep.
is what they're gonna keep doing with a lead like this.
and Abby Morrison will now try to come back around.
Well, I haven't. I just told you that story. I've been there. We're missing by 500, 400 miles where we're supposed to be.
Weight looks pretty good.
We're supposed to be in Montreal. That's never actually come there.
But just the city itself is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Great shot there by Abby. Top 4 right behind the guard. Pretty much perfect.
And Anderson
That's just like
is going to move that guard.
This thing is over 100 people, and that's where everything is, at night. This was our view from our side, on the other side of that. So there's a whole wraparound like thing with the tower on the center.
Nice shot by
Good
Taylor
feel.
Anderson.
Yeah, there's the president of the Bonds field. They have a president. What's the presidential suite?
It is Ely 3.
There.
Yes. Ely has 3 points here. 8-3.
He picked up 1 last end.
They have a little, actually got like.
That means they are playing now without the hammer.
Or when we have our 50th coming up, that would be really cool.
The lubricant.
But here's like actually got like the photo on top of the scraper of their scrape pattern for Victoria. That was like a different ice. I was like, oh, definitely their gift pattern.
You got enough pause now, right?
Oh yeah, it picks up everything.
Does it?
It gets the pool table like crazy.
Yeah. I don't know if 3 goes all the way through or just lines. No, I think it just means like where it's overlapping the other one. You can see that
So the Ely rink tried to put up another guard, and it's pretty tight guard.
So they're going to be throwing a double at this.
So Taylor throwing again. Looks like it's hanging out a little bit.
Plenty of weight, but yeah, they gotta get it to come in a little bit. Just gonna clear
Gets
the
the
guard.
one, though.
They got no problem doing that.
Look at those. They have big solid buffers.
That's a perfectly fine shot.
I have played in Montreal a couple times.
So now Ely will try to put that guard back. They're just going to keep replacing it, hoping that they can get a chance to steal here. Need to just keep clawing their way back.
And the bracket was 61. We hung out there for hospitality suite. Like, that's apparently the thing is to get hospitality suite. Have liquor and beer and everybody coming on.
This is the 7th end. So for those, there's obviously some confusion. I'll just clear it up. This is the 7th end, and it is 8-3 Anderson.
Friday night, the first party. We didn't get there till Saturday, like at night. We missed like 3 parties. There was like, and Monday 9 a.m. is when the curling starts.
Really trying to put up another guard, but looks like they're trying to pull it on the rings now because they were
Again, doesn't
pretty wide.
That's why they say bring
it's a little tight, and it doesn't quite guard the stone in the house.
It's open enough that Anderson's not going to bother with the guard and just go straight for the
I think
counter.
she's still throwing for the guard though.
Is she?
With this big of a lead, you just
Okay.
keep peeling.
I guess she is.
No, I think he's fine now. Yeah, he came back last. He came last night. I think to get some team photos to go edit them. They got lots of great pins. Like you get like this giant like pin for the Bondsville. Like,
Derek seems a little bit lost here
the 100th
in
year,
the chat.
100th in a row is working on that this year.
That doesn't sound like Derek.
Bring back any fromage à poutine? You bring back some fromage à poutine?
We ate it. We didn't bring it back. We just couldn't find it. It was kind of timing on us. We couldn't actually go in and nothing else. They can handle.
Looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties, but hopefully we're back for all of you.
Can you hear us?
We do still have
Is
we
there
we
anybody
have
out
212 people watching, which that's still very impressive.
Or at least we did when we lost internet.
Right. I guess our we're having some internet troubles so far.
Well, we'll keep announcing as if you can hear us.
Our internet is down. Are you sure it's running? Is it going out?
You know, just yell over to Doug because he has it on downstairs.
Okay. So hopefully you can still see us. We're having some internet problems, so we're not entirely sure, but we'll
Well,
keep
again,
talking.
We'll keep announcing.
So
Ely's still with a counter.
yep. Ely's sitting.
Anderson throwing another double, looks like.
Yeah, he did it on our sheet, and then we
Wonder,
and then it's just like
is she just peeling the top one here, or is she trying to peel off her own
No,
too?
I think she may be trying to peel off her own too. I can't be sure.
Oh, you eavesdropped. You did very good. Yeah.
they had 84 teams, so they had
84.
I have measured very often.
well, that's where they did an arena. Her sheet said it the draw gloss.
Oh, really?
So here's Sarah's shot, trying to clear some of the front.
Yeah. They have a lot of
Phone bumpers and everything too. This guy
Looks like she's just trying to pick off this top one, and she nails it. Nice shot.
Nicely done.
They've been peeling well here.
And that's good because they look to be doing that for the foreseeable future.
like I had to constantly do math in my head because all like here was not putting up the totals in the ends.
Another guard here for Emily. This is her final stone. And then Sarah will have one more chance to get that stone out of the forefoot. It's okay if Ely gives up one here. I mean, sorry, if Anderson gives up one here. They're okay with that.
Fair.
It's the
They can do
large
that for
scores
the
they
rest
want
of
to
the day.
avoid. Looks like this might be coming in.
Yeah, looks like they're going to pull it right behind.
It might be
A
heavy.
little heavy, yeah.
And if that keeps going back, it's going to be third shot, unfortunately.
Yeah, looks like third shot.
It's tough to tell from here. I think it is. I think it is second shot back there. Can we go to the overhead? Well, it's tough to tell. I think it might be red as second shot, which makes the decision a little bit tougher for Sarah. But I think she probably still just tries to take out one of these stones. It looks like she's going to try this run back.
Hopefully they'll come back. Well, some people were hoping. So then they would switch conferences. They would be able to switch the conferences for the Winnipeg to be in the West and the North to be.
What's the shot, Alex?
It looks like she's just drawing the 4-foot. Initially, they were indicating they were trying to throw the yellow into the red short run back, but I guess
That's
they
what
changed
I was
it.
expecting, but
The draw just needs to bite the 8-foot, cut them down to 1, and if you get full 4, great. That's a bonus, but I think it's still, you still count it as a pretty well made shot if she gets a piece of the 8-foot.
yeah, oh yeah, I agree
Looks
there.
like that's what. It doesn't look like this is going to curl enough. The question is whether it goes through.
Looks like it might come back down on that.
Yeah,
back
that
stone.
did really dig in at the end, and it'll be one point, a steal of 1 for red. So,
Which, again, as you said, Anderson can live with.
yeah, exactly. So the score going into the 8th end now will be 8 to 4, Pennsylvania over New York.
Still a big lead for
certainly
Anderson,
still a big lead.
and they get to keep the hammer, which long term is pretty important.
Yep.
They're just bleeding out the game at this point. Something big has to happen for Ely to get back in this game.
And Anderson was making a lot of peels there, so it doesn't seem like they're
not taking any chances.
Right, they're still playing well. We saw a game earlier today where one of the teams had a big lead and wasn't really peeling. I think it was in the Hodek right game.
Yes, Hodek kept piling up points, but we were wondering why they were playing such a cluttered game. And that's the opposite of what Anderson's doing. They got their lead, and now they're playing nice and clean.
Exactly. So, Team Ely is trying to put up the center guard. Becky Van Arsdal is the lead. Long guard, nice shot.
Another good guard.
Sideline at the center. You probably shouldn't be at this.
And Sarah Anderson is going to have Abby Soslovich draw to the side of the 12-foot. Good shot, a little bit deep, but it's not the worst thing. Ely calls for a shot top 8. I think I might call for another guard here, but sort of to each his own here.
Yeah.
Or to each her own.
Yeah, you need a lot up front if you're looking for a crooked number,
and they still need. They have three ends left
to get 4 points, assuming they get all they don't let Anderson score.
Yep, they need to pile up a couple points pretty quick. But it
looks like they're throwing the guard whether they wanted to or not.
Come up a little light and they get the guard. Maybe they were listening.
Psychic.
Yeah.
We're not trying to coach from.
No, that would be against the rules.
Yes. Not that they would listen to anybody like us up here.
Not to me, at least. Alex, maybe.
So Abby Soslovich is trying to draw another stone to the right side of the 12-foot. Just put it in front of her first stone of the end.
Really going hard on this.
And they're setting up. They're setting up so that they can peel out the guards.
He's looking to come behind.
Yep. Abby Morrison here, throwing the draw to top 8, top 4.
Yeah, I can also just use
Well,
I wonder if he turned around. So it looks like she's a little bit light, but they're really dragging it. And they're able to get a biter here.
But the cool thing with somebody is like somebody could be working on this while you're still running. It's only when you take over the mouse over to the side.
And Sarah Anderson will have her sister try to peel some of the guards, I think.
So basically, if you want to run it by one person, you just have to do one keyboard and mouse, and you can do it all. And the other one completely separately controlled with somebody else's face. In between draws, we can look at that too more.
Initially, she was thinking about hitting the stone in the house, but I think the peel is the right call. They really just
again.
keep clearing the front.
4-stone lead.
If you leave too many guards up there, then you start risking the big ends.
As we were saying before, junk is the only way they're gonna find a big number here.
Yep. So Ely's calling a hit here, which I'm not sure I agree with.
This is a hit. Yeah, I wouldn't be removing any stones right now.
No. They don't really. If Anderson scores here, it doesn't really matter how many. It starts to put the game out of reach, so they really just need to focus on stealing.
Get something under cover and keep it there, but that's a nice shot, though.
Great shot.
A little too much roll,
but still a very, very nice shot by Abby.
Absolutely.
Maybe a little tougher than they needed it to be, but she made it. She nailed it. So I guess they know their strengths. Yeah, I'm not able to connect to the Wi-Fi either. Really? No.
But we're on the Wi-Fi.
Everything else is not in range.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, they are. Yeah. So we can't see them coming.
It's a nice double. Still leaves the guard up front, but a well-executed double by Team Anderson.
Once this game is over, we have Stevie Butler.
Let's finish this game. Because I'll tell you, I'd give it in that side. I'd cut you all up if it was up to me. Because this is what was every time you get kicked off because of it. This is the primary goal of the thing right here. No, that was just you.
Talking about the Alaska team sweeping.
I advocate Comcast.
Getting some love. So now Hannah Ely is shooting third stones. She is looking, I believe, to draw another stone in, but it might be a guard.
I'm just vaguely curious if I see anything.
It does look like she is throwing the guard. It's curling a little bit too much at the end here. It's in front, but probably left the stone about a third open. But Sarah's gonna just keep peeling the front. There's a chance this yellow stone could come back onto the red in the house. So we'll see. Throwing the peel weight again. Really going hard.
Gonna clear those right out.
Ooh, just misses the back, but still a great shot.
Yeah.
Peels out both of the guards. Now Ely really has to be tight with the guards. Really has to be very very precise. Falling asleep over there?
No, I'm just trying to figure out something to say about this game. pulling this into the house, and I definitely don't think they should do that.
No, I agree. Maybe,
Anderson's looking to move as much granite as they can, and you're only
Right.
making it easier for him if you pull it in.
especially this early. You give her 3 shots to make that double, she's going to make it one of these times. Maybe on Emily's last shot you put it in, but not yet.
Right, and even then you might just come down on that yellow and
Yeah. Throwing the guard, they really need to pull this over. It's hanging out a
they're
bit.
Not covering. It's not
It looks like a little tough to see from our angle, but it looks like it's about half open.
and Anderson's just going to go straight for it.
Yep. Kathleen Duberstein is throwing here, and it looks like they're going for the backstone. Of course, hitting the guard is a perfectly acceptable miss. But if she gets a nice roll here, then Ely is putting in even more trouble because they no longer really have a center guard.
Got that nicely.
Nice shot.
Going to roll out. But
Rolls out, but
they
that's
don't mind
fine.
that.
Yeah. Again, as we've mentioned, Anderson team is not really focused on scoring.
They'll be happy to give up steals of 1 all day.
Exactly. So here's Emily Walker, and she's going to be trying to throw around this red guard, a little bit off center, but still she buries here. She can make Sarah Anderson's shot tough. They're really sweeping hard. Looks a little bit light. They're going to get a biter, but I don't think it's going to be shot.
Now, what do you do as Anderson here?
I don't know. I think probably you draw maybe top 8.
Yeah, looks
Because
like
you're
they're
not
trying
gonna
to pull it behind.
clear. That stone isn't really worth hitting. If you put one top 8, then Hannah's gonna have a tough shot, Emily is gonna have a
Right.
tough shot to get a counter, and it eliminates any chance of 2.
Right, exactly. That's what I was looking at, is because if you don't get a second counter here, they can come down on that other one and they have a shot at 2. Or come behind.
Yeah. Still without hammer, but
Right, but
the one thing you don't want to do here, you don't want to leave this short and give them something to come around. But you also don't want to come deep and give them
something to freeze on.
Yeah, something to freeze on. Still has to be very precise. Jeff Hannon says back 12 on the open side, but I don't really agree with him.
Really hitting this hard, but
Plenty of line.
yeah,
Looks like plenty of weight too.
I think they might just been a little overexcited there. Oh no, they're making it pretty nicely.
Ends up perfect.
Yeah. What do we know?
So now Emily's final stone. I think she can see about 2/3 of this shot. And if a perfect stone would be
Across the face a little bit.
like a backline weight and cross the face and tap it a little bit. But
Yeah.
certainly not an easy shot.
No. And even then, Anderson has a draw for 1, which will just about put this game away.
It's hanging out.
Yeah, they may be looking to roll the other way now. If they can keep it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wide open.
So unfortunately,
Hitting
just
stick
hung
for 2.
out. Yep. Hit and stick for 2, and
That'll pretty much end this game.
yeah, it will. Unfortunately for Team Ely and New York. The Anderson team's been hitting well, and couple misses for the Ely team put them in this hole, and it's tough to get back. Sarah comes out. Looks pretty good. It's a bit outside. She is on the stone. And she's got it. Great shot. Take there 2. And that will make it 10-4 Anderson.
I think they're looking at shaking right here.
And I think that is game.
And that is the game.
Team New York will shake, and the final will be Pennsylvania 10, New York 4. So that is
many
the
close games this draw is unfortunate, but
I'd like to thank Ben Clark. He's been here since 8 a.m.
I had a blast. I loved doing it. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll be around all week. So
Remember to tune in for the 8 p.m. game. Again, we'll be
I'm gonna have my wonderful partner here, Alex, and his father, Fred Leichter.
Yep.
We'll be casting the late game. I'll be hanging around and chiming in from the background.
So again, the finals across the sheets. Wisconsin beats Alaska on the women's side on sheet 1. Alaska beats Colorado for the men's on sheet 2. Pennsylvania beats New York on sheet 3. And North Dakota over Michigan women's on sheet 4. So thanks again. I think we're gonna thank our sponsors one more time. Dunkin' Donuts of Lexington, Whole Foods of Wayland, and Brooms Up Curling Supplies. Great sponsors. They've all provided some food. The first 2 sponsors, Dunkin' Donuts and Whole Foods, have provided great food, and Brooms Up Curling has sponsored lots of nationals events, and including this, and they're located in the GNCC. So thank you to all of our sponsors.
Yeah, thank you guys very much. We'll see you at 8. Seriously.
You guys, you've got a really nice compliment here.
I don't know how you talk for so many hours on end. But
Left-handed mouse compliment.
They didn't even ask for a sticker bar.
I think this is the one right here.
No, it's just